Hey, so I got 3 guns here that I would like to show you. These are all AEG Electric M83 assault rifles. I have a first generation, a second generation, and a third generation. And I thought this would be a neat little video to show just real quick. So I've had these for a while now. The first one I got was the Phase 1, the first generation, which is the straight M83 right here. So I'll go ahead and start here with the 83. Great detail, looks really good. I really like all the detail. The stock is really nice. It's adjustable. It's got the guard. It's got the loops for like a strap you can tie to. Yeah, it looks really nice. Real quick, I'll show you something that I noticed real quickly on the first generation model that I didn't like. On the strap, on the guard here, on the rail guard that you can use for like a scope, flashlight, all that junk, there's the metal tab right there, and it's like a pin, and that's what releases and locks the sliding rail onto the rail itself for the guard. I was a little disappointed when I got this to see that they didn't paint that. It was just shiny metal. I didn't really like that. And the other problem also I didn't like with it, you can see the battery, but then you can see these unrealistic wires just sticking out right there through the one hole. It kind of made it look toyish, really. I didn't like that. And this is the first generation. I was disappointed. I mean, it doesn't affect anything at all with the quality. The quality is great, but it was just those two things that I really didn't prefer. And the other thing, and this is ammo-wise, I had problems on the A1 with the ammo, and when you would load the weapon, I would load the magazine to its highest capacity and then fire it. I would wonder why it would skip a shot. It could be firing and then miss a couple shots and just be blowing air and then start up again. I was really disappointed about that because I don't think the springs weren't working. I have a magazine right here. The spring inside the magazine wouldn't, on the A1, on the first generation, would have some issues, and the BBs wouldn't come out at a steady pace when you're like unloading rounds like in an automatic, and it would just skip a shot. I didn't like that. That was probably the biggest issue that I had with the first generation that I was a little disappointed about. Other than that, still, it's a nice gun for the price and all. It's a really good representation. So I kind of moved on with that, and afterwards I went on and I reordered the gun, the second generation. Here is the second generation right here. I got this bad boy. It was a little more expensive. This is the M83A1 version. That's the M83, straight M83, and then this is the second generation 83A1. It was a little different. I was a little glad to see that they improved a couple things on it. When I was talking about on the A1, on the first generation, that the rounds would skip around when it was firing. On the second generation, it doesn't do that. I was very glad that it didn't do that like the first one. You can just load it up, it loads, it fires every shot perfectly. It doesn't do that anymore, so I was really happy. The one thing that caught me though, it still had the shiny metal guard. I didn't like that. I don't like that. It looks kind of I don't know how to say it, maybe unrealistic to have this shiny piece of metal right there on the rail guard. I kind of moved on with that. I was like, okay, whatever, it's there, I can't do anything about it. I mean, you could paint it, but the paint would flake off, so, you know. But Try to get this thing up. This thing weighs a ton, by the way. And the other problem, it still had the ugly wires showing. I was still really upset about that. I don't like that. It looks toyish. And you really can't do anything to cover that up. It's just there. You have to deal with it. Put this back down real quick. Sorry about that. I got my A2 model, the second generation. I ordered mine with the shooter, the grenade launcher attachment. This is really, really nice. Get a good aerial view of the whole thing right there. I did that, you know. I thought it would be cool to add. And this is a solid metal piece. This is a gas-powered grenade launcher. I just added that because I thought it was cool. Kicks butt, really. So, but that was on the second generation. On the rail, I added a scope. And this is a scope that came with the gun. Not the best scope in the world, but I kept it on the rail anyways. And this is the, like I said, the second generation. Now moving on to the last one, which is the final M83A2 version. This is the third generation. And I was, when I got this about a month ago, I was very, very happy because I took the thing out of the box expecting to see the same problems. Well, look at that. The wire's gone. And then look at the strap guard. Look at the pins. They're painted. I was thrilled when I got that because it looked so much better. So I'm glad they improved that. Looks a lot better now. It doesn't look cheap anymore. So yeah, pretty much best idea ever. So I got all three versions there. Yeah, I just thought I would show that to you real quick. Weight-wise, what I was a little confused about, on the third generation, it doesn't have much weight. It's very lightweight. So I don't know what they did there, but it's very lightweight. Kinda, I mean, I guess it's kinda nice when you're out in the battlefield shooting BBs between each other. It's kind of, you can move it around really quick. I guess that's the advantage to it, but I kind of like that weight to be there. But if you were to compare that, the weight between the third generation and the first generation actually has a lot more weight to it. And I don't know what that is, but it's a little nicer. You can kind of see it tends to like tip down a bit. But that was the thing I liked about the first generation model. It had a lot of good weight to it. And the same went for the second generation. It also had a good bit of weight. And the grenade launcher, I added that, but that actually adds a ton more weight, like 10 pounds more weight. The gun is literally like 15 pounds right now. I'm not kidding. This thing weighs a crappin' ton. Yeah. Oh boy. Strain your hand. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. I just thought I would take them out here and show them to you. Just thought it was cool. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. See you later.